getting up close and personal is synonymous with wrestling. One could even assume this physically demanding sport would be off limits entirely in our current distance-regulated environment. Head coach Chris Nelson and assistant coach Jake Lords tell us how the MSUM Wrestling program has been impacted by COVID-19.
Never knew if the season was going to happen or not. And I think it played a mental game on a lot of individuals, and we just kept telling them as coaches, be positive and believe that we're going to have a season and keep preparing yourself that you're going to have a season.
While doubt would weigh on the minds of many, the collective resolve of the team eventually paid off. MSUM would go on to have a regular season.
And normally we start in October, but our first competition wasn't until January 1st.
We're grateful, of course, for the opportunity to compete. So we're super excited about that, and we're going to do whatever we have to do to step on the mat and get to compete.
It would be a season faced with many changes and regulations.
We've split up practices. We're not having all 25 to 30 guys in the room at a time. So what we've been doing is we've been having 12 wrestlers in there at a time. I think as coaches, we're getting the opportunity to maybe have a little one-on-one more interaction with some of the individuals.
Luckily, wrestling has had a reputation of being a pretty clean sport. There's always been a skin check right before weigh-ins. We've always disinfected the mats and the room. We have an ozonator in the wrestling room that helps mitigate those issues as well.
Once the match starts, in wrestling, we don't have to wear masks. You don't shake hands at the beginning of a match, which is kind of weird. You don't shake hands, but as soon as the whistle blows, you're all over each other. But those are safety precautions they're putting forward, and we got to follow them.
After competing in 17 events just last season, this year because of COVID-19, the wrestling team will likely only have the chance to compete in 4. With photographer Jeb Duininck, Breck, Stutz, Campus News Sports.